What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some breaking news concerning Oleksandr Usyk, Anthony Joshua. Get this. Anthony Joshua's rematch against Oleksandr Usyk could be delayed a month, with Ukrainian heavyweight only now starting training camp as Eddie Hearn sets sights on Saudi Arabia for July. Anthony Joshua this fight could be pushed back. The fight was initially discussed to take place in June, but now more likely in July. Usyk had been serving in the Kiev territorial defense during Russia's invasion. Saudi Arabia will likely hold the bout instead of Tottenham Hotspur Stadium again. Okay, Sports Mail understands that July 23rd is one of the number of dates that they're looking at. Anthony Joshua's World Heavyweight Championship rematch, of course. Now that we know Usyk has not started training and he needs time to start training. So, hey, you know what? Let's counterpunch. Okay. Got something in my eye. Lash. This is expected. It's expected, and I think it shouldn't be a big deal, because if you want a man to fight, if you really wanted that particular fight, this is the fight you must have, and these are the things you must do. If Eddie Hearn was truthful about allowing or giving Oleksandr Usyk time to get ready or to make his mind up, you know, because he's in serious circumstances in the war in Ukraine, I say this is a perfect example to show us, like, hey, this is okay. Okay, this is okay. We're not going to worry about it. You know, that gives Anthony Joshua time to train. And I think for Oleksandr Usyk, his best weapon, okay, is preparation. See, Oleksandr Usyk wants to know who he's fighting. He wants to be prepared for who he's fighting. And he is going to train like the Dickens. I mean, he's really going to give it a go. He's really going to show what he's worth, and it's all about his prep time. See, the mental strength builds because of the preparation, and that's one of his many strengths. Oleksandr Usyk is well prepared for any fight that he's in. That's why he told Tyson Fury, like, no, you're going to give me at least June, you know, because I'm not going to be ready before then, because I have to properly train for you. You know, you got a guy, these guys are naturally a lot bigger than Usyk. So Usyk has to really put in the overtime with the preparation, with the training, you know, with the focus and everything like that to make sure he's ready. Okay, so if you take that away from Usyk, he's just going to be a mere man that's not prepared. You know, especially if it's a person that craves that needs that. Okay, that's one of his things. He needs to be ready. Okay, he's not one of those guys that's going to take a fight right off, because he's not that stupid, because he knows himself. He knows what is his full potential. His full potential is all measured up on how much he prepares. Okay, so if the fight's in July, okay, let it be. If it's in July, that's fine. But give the man what he needs, because you don't want, first of all, we already know that he may have some sense or some source of PTSD. He admitted he's still thinking about his homeland, naturally. So I think the best thing you should do is give this time to him. Okay? Because it may benefit AJ too. You know, like, hey, let me train a little bit more. Let me work on this. Now I know who I'm actually fighting. It's going to be the guy that I initially wanted to fight. So now let me continue physically and mentally on that particular guy, because now he needs more time. So that gives me more time. I see that's nothing wrong with that at all. And Joshua, you know, I think his thing is preparation as well. I think Anthony Joshua needs to be prepared for whoever he's with. I think if he's not, and you just throw him in there with a random guy, this is what's going to happen. Oleksandr Usyk wasn't a random guy, but he wasn't the guy that he was for shit sure going to fight. You know, you went from Tyson Fury, because that was the whole buzz about last year. Like damn near half of last year, we talked about the potential Joshua Fury, Fury and Joshua saga, and we didn't get any of it. We got the same shit that we were going to get the year before, which we got the year before, and that was Tyson Fury taking on, once again, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Okay, so with Joshua, the WBO side, he needed to uphold that obligation, and that's who he ended up fighting. But I think Joshua has a problem with focus. If he doesn't know who he's going to fight, he's not going to be 100%. That's why he came in with no game plan to fight Oleksandr Usyk. He didn't have one because he didn't know of any. You should blame his team for that. So it's kind of good that he did ask Rob McCracken, because they should have had some source of preparation or game plan to take on Oleksandr Usyk. But now the tables have turned, where Usyk now has been through all types of shit with his country, with his family, and this, that, and the other. Then he had to get somewhere to properly be safe, then start training. You know, remember, there are negotiations still going on with the fight, mind you. Right? So he has to be prepared, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because the last thing we want to hear from anybody, from any sides, that these guys or whoever was not ready. Okay? We don't need to hear, oh man, well, I wasn't ready for this particular fight, or something was wrong, wasn't enough time for this or that. We don't need that. So whatever time, to avoid that type of scenario or narrative, give him the time he needs. July is fine with me. We'll be recovered from whatever happened from Tyson Fury and Dillian White. That gives us a little break. In between, we could see Canelo Alvarez. So Canelo Alvarez taking on Bivol will be the buffer. Okay, so I think that will be something that we could look forward to. But at least he has enough time, and he's the champ, the unified champion. He's coming to defend his title against the former unified champ. So I say give it to him. You guys tell me what you think about Oleksandr Usyk needing more time to train, delaying the fight a month. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.